animals that live here in the forest, their fur and natural markings do allow for them to blend into the background. Which means we're going to have to continue looking for animals that natural camouflage to make our way through the forest. For example, look out to look, there's a black rhino. There's one all the way in the back, and there's a second one behind this tree, a little bit easier to see. Well, we're pretty lucky to see 2 black rhinos because unfortunately there are less than 5,000 of them left in the entire world. They're nearly extinct due to poaching for their horns. And their horns are made out of keratin. That's the same exact material your fingernails and hair is made out of. The reason they're being poached in their horns is some tribes in Africa believe that keratin has medicinal value. It can cure many illnesses. But obviously, it does not. Black rhinos also weigh around 3,000 pounds and can charge up to 35 miles per hour. Now, a lot of animals make a lot of different vocalizations at night. So we're going to want to keep our ears open out here as it gets darker and darker. I'm also going to need your help to try to find some of these animals. Be sure to look for any shadows or silhouettes you see moving around. And let me know. I'll do my best to try to identify them for you. Sorry guys, that truck in front of me is stopped. This usually means that there was an animal on the road up ahead, caused a little bit of a backup with our trucks. Just wait right here. We should be back on our way soon. Alright, we're going to actually head over to the Safi River. See if we can find it here. Now, I'm told that you might be able to see hippos in this area. Now, the best place to usually look for a hippo is going to be in the water, because that's where they like to spend their day. They'll walk or tiptoe along the very bottom of the river. They can usually hold their breath for up to 5 to 8 minutes. Now, I'm not going to review any hippos just yet, but don't worry, there's a whole other side left to explore. You might have better luck upstream. Keep your eyes in the water. There is some hippos back there behind the islands. That seemed a little bit better when we pulled up. But there's also some pink-backed pelicans on the island. Pink-backed pelicans get their name because their backs underneath their wings will turn a light shade of pink, but only during mating season. Kind of gives them this nice blush color. They also have a wingspan between 6 to 8 feet. There you go. Definitely see those hippos now. Now, sometimes you might hear the hippos making this wheeze honk sound. Either first they'll wheeze, then they'll honk, or first they'll honk, then they'll wheeze. It's really up to them. However, no two sound the same. They all have very distinct voices. Kind of like humans. Oh, there's a baby hippo outside the water. Look down that pathway. There's kind of a tree blocking our view a little bit. You might be able to see it. The baby hippos are usually born between 50 to 100 pounds. That was the first baby hippo born in our reserve for a decade. Now, the only time you usually do see hippos getting out of the water is to feed. They are vegetarians. They like to eat the grass and such. Oh, we also found some Nile crocodiles. These guys can reach up to 16 to 20 feet long. Live for about 45 years in the wild. Usually around 75 years on reserves. They're incredibly dangerous. Highly territorial creatures. Alright, looks like the vegetation around us has started to thin out and change. This is because we're going to be heading into the savannah eventually. Before we enter into the savannah, we're going to talk about a very unusual looking tree. You're going to see it coming up to the right side of the truck. It's called the baobab tree, also known as the upside down tree because its tops look like roots. Usually it's leafless for about 9 months out of the year. It can live to be over 1,000 years old. I see quite a few of those trees spread throughout the savannah. Alright everybody, welcome to the savannah. This is the largest part of our reserve. The savannah is home to millions of animals every year. Just kind of think of it as the superhighway of Africa, because animals are always coming and going throughout this entire area. Oh, we got Ankole cattle right here next to us to the right. First thing I might notice about the Ankole cattle are those long horns. Those horns can reach up to 6 feet from tip to tip. The horns do look really heavy, but they're hollow inside, the honeycomb shape, and they'll use them as a natural cooling device. Their blood runs through the horn, getting rid of any excess heat. It's kind of like having an air conditioning unit on your head. I see also some wildebeest out there, kind of far away right now, but I think we'll get a better view of them later on. Alright, now we're going to be pulling up next to some hyenas in a moment on the left. They usually like to hang out near these caves. You're going to see a little bit better once I pull up further, but cool part about hyenas is that even the highest ranking male is lower than the lowest ranking female. That means there is a lot of girl power when it comes to hyenas. Alright, it's going to be out of the cave. Well, there's a second one standing up over here too. The hyenas are not related to dogs. They're actually within their own family called Hyenidae, which means they're in closer relation to cats. Alright, over to the left, you're going to see this really small antelope up on that little hill over there. It's got that nice cinnamon top with a white underbelly and then a brown strip down the middle. It kind of makes it look like a s'more. It's called a springbok. There's a few more of them up ahead. But the springbok can spring into the air around 13 feet while running. They're also amongst the top 10 fastest land animals, reaching speeds of up to 50 to 60 miles per hour. And here come those wildebeest. We mentioned them before. The wildebeest usually travel in herds of over 1 million. They can travel about 1,000 miles every year, just kind of following the rain for fresh grass. Sometimes even a newborn wildebeest can stand and run the rest of their herd only 15 minutes after birth. Unfortunately though, if it's unable to do so, it could be left behind. But that's only because the wildebeest are a highly migratory creature, constantly on the move in the great wildebeest migration. Now, something that the wildebeest and the springbok have in common is that at night they're going to take turns sleeping in shifts. This way they can look out for predators. This is because a lot of predators do prefer to hunt at night. the cover of darkness. Now, while we were checking out some of those animals, you might have noticed a lot of tall structures all around us. Those were termite mounds. Elephants will use the termite mounds as a scratching post. But once they've been worn down, then the antelopes will jump on top of them. This way they can look out for predators. They can be as hard as concrete and are made out of dirt, dung, and saliva. Alright, more wildebeest and springbok. Well, these springbok you see out here are fully grown. They only ever get to be around 2 to 3 feet tall. Guys, I think I see some giraffes up ahead. They're going to be coming up on the left side of the truck. Giraffes are pretty hard to miss. They're the tallest land animals in the world, around 18 to 20 feet tall. On average, a giraffe only sleeps about 30 minutes every day. However, they're not even going to do the full 30 minutes in one sitting. They can take these small power naps throughout their day. And then they're going to spend about 20 hours out of their day just eating. And you'll see them use that long prehensile tongue to try to grab at those leaves. Those tongues are around 18 inches long. It's long enough for them to lick their own eyeballs, as well as clean out their nose and ears. Oh, there's quite a few giraffes back there. A group of giraffes is called a tower, which is fitting because they're always towering over other animals. Giraffes can actually reach speeds of up to 30 miles per hour over short distances. But they usually just kind of see them cruise around out here at about 10 miles an hour. Alright, now up at the top of the hill, we'll see a few more of those baobab trees I mentioned earlier. You would say that elephants will dig their tusks into the trunks of these trees to get some of the water it holds deep inside. Now, with that being said, I do believe we have found elephant country. We'll hopefully see some elephants out here. Doesn't quite look like there's any elephants out here at this time. We might have just missed that herd. Well, I might never found any elephants, but it does look like I found some greater flamingos. Greater flamingos are the lightest colored species of flamingo, as well as the largest. Usually they get that light pink coloring from the beta-carotene found in the shrimp that they eat. And a group of flamingos, such as this one, is called a flamboyant. Alright, let's head into the outskirts of the savannah. Wonder what we'll find out here. Oh, looks like our warden post is all lit up, which means they're out looking for poachers. And they confiscated a lot of poachers' items, such as horns and tusks. Unfortunately, poaching has become a huge problem here in Africa. Those poachers are very well funded, seeing as raw materials are worth a lot of money out on the black market. It is because the poachers that their animals considered to be extinct in the wild will only ever be found on reserves. Thankfully, though, reserves just like this one are working together to try to reduce the poachers' effects on the animals, as well as the places that they live. Alright, now over here to the left, in that back area there, you'll see two cheetahs. You'll see actually they're walking around. Pull up a little bit further. Cheetahs, of course, are the fastest land animals. They can reach speeds of up to 60 to 70 miles per hour, but only over short distances. They're more of short distance runners than they are long distance runners. This is just because they can get easily overheated. Cheetahs also depend a lot on that speed and agility while hunting, which means that sometimes other big cats can beat them out for their prey because they're a lot stronger. That is, of course, if they're able to catch them. Alright, now the rock formation we're coming up to over here, this is called a kopie. You can already see that there are some lions walking around up there. Lions really like to hang out top of the kopie. Gives them a great vantage point to look out for their prey. During the day, though, they mostly just sleep. Lions sleep a lot. They'll sleep around 16 to 20 hours every single day. Lions also have an incredibly fast metabolism rate, which means they can eat an entire meal and go right back for more. So they eat a lot, and they sleep a lot. You know, it sounds like a pretty good life to me. A lion's roar can usually be heard from about 5 to 6 miles away. They do roar in order to keep track of members of their pride. But depending on how dominant that lion is, it does actually depend how many lions will respond to that roar. Lions and humans, we see about the same during the day, but at night, these lions can see about 6 times better than we can, which is why the lioness, she will primarily do the hunting, but she does prefer to hunt at night for the cover of darkness. Alright, now we can see that male lion.
Wow, there's a big one.
Please don't whistle at the lion. You can do that all day. It won't look at us.
Be kind. I don't think so.
Alright, you're going to see some Bonsabok over here. It's this little brown antelope. At one point, there's only about 20 Bonsabok left in the entire world. They are nearly extinct due to poaching for their glossy brown fur. Thankfully, though, the Bonsabok were able to thrive on reserves, and now there are thousands of them out there. Their fur is very expensive on the black market because in the right light, has a purplish gloss to it. Oh look, there's a water buck over to the right. Water bucks create a very smelly oil onto their fur, helps their fur be waterproof, also helps other water buck to find them and to ward off predators. Alright, well I hope you enjoyed your journey through the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Now, you can do your part to help conserve these animals by donating to the Disney Conservation Fund. And you can do so at any merchandise shop, anywhere in Animal Kingdom. Also, just using paper products wisely and recycling your electronics. The reason why is the minerals used in a lot of electronics are being mined here in Africa. This is creating smaller and smaller living spaces for a lot of these animals. Now, if there's just an animal that you really wanted to see, don't worry, just come back at other time. No two safaris are ever the same. The animals certainly make sure of that. Because they are free roaming. And finally, if there's any wilderness explorers on board, you have been traveling on Symbol 1. It's on page 15 of your wilderness handbook. Get around, baby. Don't like to say goodbye. It's far too final.